Okay, we are back for Uprising. We've got our 11 segments here, and we've got a very tasty looking main event. A possible future main event feud between Shane Douglas and Curt Hennig. They've fought before and they've requested a match with each other again. So Curt Hennig's going to put his world title on the line. Shane Douglas is going to win, but it's going to be by disqualification, so the title doesn't change hands, and there's going to be a bit of a brawl after it. So we're going to kick things off with the Boogie Knights winning a triangle tag match, which includes for Holly Cousins and also Flair and Crowbar. Then we've got a turn angle because I've noticed recently we've got a lot of heels, especially in the cruiser tag division. The only over faces are Kaz and Yang, and we've got Chavo and Billy, but Chavo's a lot more over than Billy. So Lenny and Lodi are going to come and save Luke and Butch being beaten up by Air Raid. So for West Hollywood Blondes, a turning face. Johnny for Bull beating Bam Bam Bigelow. I think there's definitely a lot of potential with Johnny for Bull, and a clean win over Bam Bam will do him some good here. Shane Douglas hyping up for main event against Curt Hennig here. Women's title is on the line. Stacey Keibler's going to win it back in a free-way, including Major Guns and Tammy. Then we've got an interview with Lash LaRoe, basically saying that he should be in this main event tonight, not Shane Douglas, as he's the one feuding with Curt Hennig, so he's going to go off on one there. We've got a tag match here, just a random tag match with Sid and The Wall for heels, beating Sting and Mike Awesome. Sid currently feuding with Awesome, Wall feuding with Sting. Then we've got a 2 vs 2 angle involving Impact players and Jindrak O'Haire. Jamie Noble's going to beat Buff Bagwell. Sean Stasiak and Jeff Jarrett are going to be held apart from a brawl, and the main event, which I have already mentioned. So we're going to start things off, and pretty good score there. Boogie Nights, just a good, solid opening match. Okay, 65%. So what happens is the Bushwhackers are in the ring. Air Raid jump them and beat them into the mat. Out from the back come West Hollywood Blondes, running into the ring to make the save. They drive Air Raid out of the ring, signalling their face turn. And that's going to require a match between the Hollywood Blondes and the Bushwhackers. Sorry, Hollywood Blondes and Air Raid on a showdown, I'm sure. So AJ Styles lost overness. So did Lodi. So did Air Paris. It's not good. Lenny's a face. Lenny gained overness. Lodi's turn was complete. Okay, that's a lot to take in. It could have gone better, but I don't think it will have done anyone too much harm. At least for West Hollywood Blondes are now faces. Bam Bam Bigelow, Johnny for Bull. Forget about it. Match up the ring. 1, 2, 3. Just a typical mid-card match. Shane Douglas interview went down well. For women's title, pretty much the same, and I guess they're not going to improve their skills unless I send them to development, but I need them to be managers as well, so it's a difficult one, but it's a nice little bonus to have every so often. Lash LaRoe, 87%, that went well. Very over at the moment, arguably the biggest babyface of the company. Sting was sluggish in this match, but it got a decent rating. There's been a lot of middle of the road matches here. Lance Storm lost overness from this. So what happened here? Jindrak O'Haire in the ring. Impact players come out. They hit the ring and attack. And after a short brawl, Jindrak and O'Haire are laid out on the canvas. But Lance Storm did lose a bit, so that's not great, but not terrible. Good match there between Buff Bagwell and Jamie Noble. Jamie Noble recently lost his cruiserweight title to Chavo Guerrero. Buff Bagwell recently finished his feud against the Cat. Jarrett's in the ring. Stasiak comes out, challenges into a match at the next show. Challenge accepted. So what's going to happen here is... Sorry, I thought it was it ended up in a brawl, but let's say it does anyway. The fans like it. They're going to get in the ring on Showdown, as are the previous ones I mentioned, West Hollywood Blondes and Air Raid. So we've got a couple of good matches lined up for there. And the main event, good. I think the first match was better than that, I think. So what happens here? Weak body slam. Curt Hennig has lost it. He floors Shane Douglas and starts raining down punches like a psycho. Ref tries to break it up and gets thrown to one side. The ref's calling for a DQ. Hennig has caused a DQ through his hatred of Shane Douglas. Lash LaRoe comes running down the aisle with a chair. Hennig is just leaving the ring and LaRoe scores with a brutal chair shot. Hennig falls to the floor holding his head. Great way to end the show and good 72% rating. With a big standout there being the interview with Lash LaRoe. We've got an instance here that's very disappointing. Recent behaviour of AJ Styles has annoyed several other members of the locker room, so I've got no choice but to. I can't fire him. He's very critical to what we're trying to achieve here. He's very over. I'm going to suspend him for a month. There we go. 5.14 for Uprising, good rating. Jamie Noble wants to go against Lance Storm. That's a good shout. So maybe we'll get that next show as well. So we've got a good show coming up on Showdown. 5.83 for SmackDown there. Unhappy workers, Lance Storm, Sting, writing staff. Lenny and Lodi, they're going to have to change their gimmicks, their gay gimmicks. So, the faces. So that's a bit homophobic, isn't it? They can't be faces if they're gay. It only works if they're heels when people don't like them. Anyway, I don't know what to give them because I could totally destroy them by giving them a bad gimmick. For gay gimmick was a bit of a risque one for wrestling business, but I could just play it safe and go for something like a. Could we go for clean cut? Should we go for clean cut for Lodi as well? Let's go for clean cut. I think that could work. Gosh, there's a lot. Right, clean cut. Okay, they don't oppose that. That is very good. Let's go to Saturday. And I think this will be the last show of the month, in the month of April. And then we've got Slamboree, which is coming up in the not too distant future. Slamboree is on the 12th of May, so not far away at all. Let's have a quick look at these feuds. Chris Kanyon needs to catch up with that, doesn't he? Jarrett winning that one. Lash LaRoe winning that one. Impact players. Sid just got the advantage, and Sting has the advantage in that one. So we're going to end this show now. Thank you for watching, and we are going to have what I think will be a great show for Showdown coming up. We know 3 of the matches, so stay tuned, and I'm sure it'll be a good one.